Welcome you back to Lepanto here on the campus of East Poinsett County High School. Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton set to bring you the fourth and final game on this Thursday evening. And boy, is it going to be a good one. The undefeated Marktree Indians have made the 10-mile trip down the road to Lepanto, and they have brought a packed house with them here tonight. They're going to face off against the Sloan-Hendrix Greyhounds, Marcus.
Looking for a really good, I expect a fast-paced, up and down the floor, in-your-face on defense matchup tonight.
Starting lineups for the Sloan-Hendrix Greyhounds. Give those to you here in just a second. Number 14, Logan Dale. Number 15, Hunter Stallings. Number 35, Brantley Golson. Number 5, Jordan Dale. And number 3, Dylan Decker. For the Marktree Indians,
looks like we
start out with number 5, Travius Brown. Number 3, Colby Malone. Number 23, Paul Coleman. Number 12, Eli McCrary. Oh, no, he's not out there.
Is it 11? Jack Brown? I think this is 11 back here to our left, Andy.
Unnamed player on my roster here.
Tip is controlled by Marktree.
And it'll be Jack Brown with it across the timeline. Over to Travius Brown. Travius gets a screen from Perry Washington. At the top of the key, it's Paul Coleman. Missed shot, another missed shot. Second putback by Coleman is good. And got our first points of the ball game. So Golson with it for the Sloan-Hendrix Greyhounds. And all knocked out of bounds. Malone guarding the inbound pass. They get it into Logan Dale. Double team to Smith. Out of Jordan Dale.
Nice pass.
Fired it into Stallings, and Stallings just fingertip dropped it off the rim. Almost got a big three-pointer there. Stallings is kicking himself after missing the easiest layup he'll ever have in his life. You're 6'8", big fella. Throw it down with some authority.
Make Bill Walton proud.
Ball goes out of bounds off the fingertips of Logan Dale.
Yeah, you may see a little bit of nerves here by Sloan-Hendrix early on. First the missed layup and then the pass going right through the hands.
Plenty of reason to be nervous with this Marktree team on the floor. Undefeated on the year. And they show you right there with that deep three-pointer from Travius Brown what makes them so difficult to play against.
Almost a turnover right there again.
I don't know how Jacob Smith got that pass in the paint, but he did, and he made the most of it. First points on the board for Sloan-Hendrix, courtesy of Jacob Smith. Here's Perry Washington. Leaves it with Travius Brown. Another deep three-pointer. Off the mark, Jordan Dale comes down with a rebound. So Jordan Dale across the timeline. Now Golson with it on the left side. Look like they might be trying to work something open for Stallings in the low post, but good job by Paul Coleman bouncing in and out.
You got a bit of a extended 2-1-2 defense there by Marktree.
Jordan Dale, three-pointer, way off the mark. Bit too strong, put too much on. That one had Paul Coleman bearing down on him, and we've seen him jump, and boy, he can swat him back in the first row.
No doubt about it.
You know, mentioning that, I was going to say that Stallings has got the height advantage on Paul Coleman, but really with Coleman's jumping ability, he almost doesn't.
Yeah, what he may have in height is negated by the jumping ability.
Ball goes out of bounds, last touch by the Indians, so here come the Greyhounds. They'll inbound it in the backcourt. Jordan Dale across the timeline, and it is a 2-1-2 zone.
They're extending it out to well beyond the three-point line. That could work to the advantage of Sloan-Hendrix if they could spread them out.
Yeah, because then they've got room to get it into Stallings, but that time it's Golson dropping in a triple. We're tied up at 5. Three-pointer from Jack Brown. Wasn't tied for long. We know that Mark Tree can make it rain in here.
Sloan's got to be careful on defense about those long passes like that, facing someone as athletic as Mark Tree.
And I think you're right about the nerves as Stallings lets one fly over the rim. Jack Brown with a body control foul. I think they'll call it on the floor.
Yeah, out of bounds underneath to Mark Tree.
Foul's going to go against Brantley Golson, just the first team foul on either squad. Travius Brown got to get it in.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say about that. Colby Malone just high-pointed that like a receiver with one hand. Doing his best Odell Beckham out here on the hardwood. Another triple on the way. Travius Brown, no, but Markel Perry Washington there for the rebound and the assist as well, as in comes Paul Coleman with the finger roll.
Mark Tree is so quick on the offensive end of the floor with the way they move and cut.
There's a little baseline shot from Jacob Smith, and Stallings was there to get the rebound, but
yeah, I think Coleman might have got away with a push there.
I think he did too. It looked like he got underneath him, as they say, and
almost
Stallings,
undercut him.
Yeah, Stallings' body kind of tilted sideways there. 5-point lead here for Mark Tree with 4:08 to play. Little pick and pop behind the back pass. Coleman can't handle it. Right into the arms of Jacob Smith. Ooh, Jordan Dale nearly took a tumble there.
Big opportunity for Sloan-Hendrix here.
Over to Golson. He thought about the deep three. Again, it looks like they want to work it in the post.
Yeah, and the length that Mark Tree has on defense with this zone, it makes it almost impossible to try to get something into the middle. And
miscommunication right there between Dale and Stallings. Neither one of them knew which should go for the ball.
Great pass to T.J. Bush. The problem is he wasn't playing. 30-second timeout by Sloan-Hendrix here to kind of regroup and, settle the nerves a little bit going into this early first quarter. Here you see replay of Mark Tree offense. And now, it's been a little bit of back and forth here early on, Andy. Good inside post move there. Sloan-Hendrix is hanging tough, pulling from the outside and quick spots on the inside. Mark Tree is, you see early on while they're sitting at, I believe, 24-25-0.
I mean, when they start games like this where they're just knocking down threes, you're already intimidated, but that just adds to that much more.
Yeah.
And when you start off the first quarter already in a 6-7 point hole,
yeah, it's only going to get tougher from there.
High post now, Paul Coleman on the right side. There you see the jumping ability, just goes right over Hunter Stallings.
Such athleticism from this Mark Tree team.
6 points in the first quarter for Paul Coleman and a turnover for the Indians.
The length of Mark Tree on defense led to that turnover.
Travius Brown nearly knocked down another triple. Chasing the loose ball. Travius Brown's going to get picked up for a reach in.
Yeah, just a little too much contact there. You want the high pressure defense, but he body bumped him just a little too much there.
It's a 7-point lead for Mark Tree here with 2:55 left to play in the first quarter.
And now the defense extends up to half court with token pressure.
Jordan and Logan Dale, Jacob Smith, Hunter Stallings, Brantley Golson on the floor. Thought about the deep three. Head fake got the defender in the air, and that's going to be Colby Malone picking up his first personal foul. Now 2 team fouls on the Indians in the first half.
If you're Sloan-Hendrix, you want to try to use your pump fake, but maybe not use it too much, because when you have a team this athletic,
they're going to jump.
They're going to jump. They have shot blocking on their mind.
No doubt about it. The old saying, leapers want to leap.
There you go.
And there you saw Golson try it one more time. Malone keeping his feet on the floor, though.
Yeah, it's one of those deals, it's a fine line between using it and abusing it, and it's different for every person.
Jacob Smith hanging out in that high post. Now they feed it into Stallings. Stallings can't hit his shot. Smith tips it up, and here's Malone now bringing it up the floor for the Indians. High post, nice gather step, and a head fake from Paul
fake of his
Coleman.
own.
Yeah, absolutely. Said, you leap this time. Now it's 14-5. Skip pass now for Golson on the EPC logo.
To me, the Greyhounds seem to be getting sucked into a very fast-paced game, which plays right into Mark Tree's hands. And I'm not sure that that's what they want, because I just don't think they have the athleticism to match. Oh, that was a great play right there by Jacob Smith.
Jacob Smith said, athleticism, I got you. Goes up, gets the putback, and now the lead trimmed down to 7. Yeah, a couple of missed opportunities there for Sloan-Hendrix, but Jacob Smith there with the offensive board. Coleman there. Coleman spins, puts in a layup, and he'll go to the free throw line. I don't know how he kept his balance, but excellent move from Paul Coleman. Take another look here. There's the spin move on Stallings. Unbelievable moves. Paul Coleman already into double digits.
Coleman's having himself quite the first quarter. Got the roll.
Got 11.
11 of the 17 points for Mark Tree. And here you see again the token pressure. Sloan-Hendrix just needs to back out and slow down. But, I mean, look at that. That pass, if he doesn't slap it, that's probably going into the third row. I mean, just the leaping ability of this Mark Tree defense is just unreal. This is video game stuff, Andy.
The stuff that old fellas like you and I dream of.
Yeah, no doubt.
10-point ball game, and again, there it is. Malone coming up with a steal, or contributing to one, as Markel Perry Washington stops and pops from 10 feet out. Shot no good. Rebound goes to Logan Dale. Oh, might have gotten away with one there.
Yeah. I believe he might have.
Golson just going to hang on to it as we're under the 40-second mark. His team trailing by 10.
That's probably the smart play here by Sloan-Hendrix, is to step back, catch your breath, and try to get a bucket right here at the end of the quarter and get this lead down into single digits, but it results in a turnover. Look out here. Oh, just the easy layup.
Malone scores his first points of the game, and now another quick turnover. No, Travius Brown can't quite get to it, goes out of bounds. And you literally cannot do anything against this Indian basketball team. As you mentioned earlier, their length just makes it impossible to get it to one of your teammates.
At times it almost has to feel, if you're Sloan-Hendrix, it has to feel like you're playing 8-on-5.
Got a referees discussion out here at midcourt.
I'm not sure. Have a pause in the action here.
One of the referees has gone over
asking for I believe he's asking for some law enforcement.
I believe he was.
Twelve seconds left in the first quarter here.
Haven't seen law enforcement reappear, and there's another steal with 8 seconds left. Lay in, no foul called. 3 seconds left now, 2 seconds, and Golson just wants to hang on to it.
Ride it out.
As the baseball coach would say, eat it. 21-7, and the Mark Tree fans on their feet after the first quarter. They lead big time, tripled up the number of points the Greyhounds have. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a quick break, and we're back with the second quarter of action here on Tubetown.
Murphy Dental Care is an avid supporter of high school athletics. Murphy Dental Care is also proud to be a sponsor for coverage of the 2A2 District Basketball Tournament on Tubetown. Everyone at Murphy Dental Care hopes to see great games filled with sportsmanship, competitiveness, and fun for all teams involved. Murphy Dental Care wishes the best of luck to the Sloan-Hendrix Greyhound teams during their games in the tournament. Murphy Dental Care is located at 1031 West 3rd Street in Bowdoin, Arkansas.
The 2A2 District Tournament on Tubetown is brought to you by Faith Funeral Service, Murphy Dental Care, Towel & Sons Auto Sales, Ritter Communications.
Back here in Lepanto, Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton ready to start the second quarter of action between Mark Tree and Sloan-Hendrix. 21-7 is your score. Mark Tree leading the way after an outstanding first quarter from Paul Coleman. 11 first quarter points for the Mark Tree center. It's not often you have a center who stands right about 6 foot, but Paul Coleman doesn't look much taller than that, but I guess it doesn't really matter when you can jump through the gym.
Yeah, when you can jump like a deer, you could be, Spud Webb size, and you're still going to get. Did I just date myself by saying Spud Webb?
Not at all.
Okay.
That wasn't an early 90s, late 80s reference.
Maybe Nate Robinson instead,
There we go. There's a head fake from Coleman. Drew Stallings in the air, and Stallings will send him to the free throw line. First personal foul on Hunter Stallings. Take another look at the head fake. And when he throws the ball up in the air like that, you just expect him to jump. And our favorite Mark Tree fan is here in the house tonight. You always know when she's in the building because she lets you know. I love it. Absolutely love it. Paul Coleman hits the first free throw. Second one on the way. Drops it in as well. 13 first quarter points for Paul Coleman. 23-7. Sloan-Hendrix going to need a basket here. Big time.
Yeah, you got to get something here just to kind of stop the bleeding before this gets, a 16-point lead, you could say it's already out of hand, but it's just the second quarter. So, but there again, the length on defense is just unreal.
Ahead to Travius Brown. High post now for Washington. Perry Washington. Spin move from Coleman. He pivots. Might have gotten away with a travel, but it doesn't matter because he made it look good.
Wow. I don't know what you do with that, Andy.
Almost another steal there. Colby Malone comes flying in, and there it is. Steal after steal. There's the dish off, the lay into Malone.
And another timeout. And it's a 20-point lead, 1 minute and 3 seconds into the second quarter.
27-20. And for those of you not doing the math, 6:57 left to play in the second quarter. There's still a whole first half of basketball left to play.
Yeah, we're just barely over a minute into the third. Yeah, he took an extra step there, Andy.
I was going to say, it looked like he picked his pivot foot up.
On the playground, that's perfectly legal, but here that's probably a travel. But this defense, I keep going back to the defense by Mark Tree. The athleticism, the length, there's not a lot of height. They're not small guys by any means, but their wingspan is so huge that Sloan-Hendrix is just very limited to be able to do anything.
Yeah, they're big for this classification.
Absolutely.
Is what they are. When you're 6 foot or 6'1" with a 75-inch wingspan like a pterodactyl,
it's not 2A size.
It's definitely not. And you see again why the Indians are undefeated this year. Smith, strong gather in the paint. Missed the shot. Gets the friendly roll on the putback, though.
That ends the drought for Sloan-Hendrix.
First points of the quarter at a minute and a half in. Here's Travius Brown stepping up to the top of the key. Pass nearly stolen into Colby Malone. He dishes it off to Paul Coleman, and it's not. It's hard to even put this into words the way that this team plays together. They have such chemistry, and you can see it. Nobody is selfish.
There's another steal.
2-on-2 now. Malone.
I've lost count on steals, Andy. They move so quick that I'm lucky to get the points on the stats there.
So here's just the play moments ago where Malone was fouled. Looks like Stallings is going to pick up his second. I beg your pardon, that'll be Logan Dale picking up his second. Colby Malone at the free throw line, as our favorite fan lets him hear it. Colby Malone now 5 points here in the game for him. Paul Coleman getting a round of applause as he makes his way to the bench, and checking in for the Mark Tree Indians will be Andrian Johnson.
That's a well-deserved break right there for Coleman.
Good grief, he already got 17 points.
He's put in a game's worth of work in not even a quarter and a half. I'm telling you, that's video game stuff, man. Can I get him on my 2K18?
No doubt about it. Malone went 2 for 2 at the free throw line, by the way.
Three-pointer made by Hunter Stallings.
Definitely needed that.
Sloan-Hendrix hits double digits.
I mean, you look at it as of right now, Paul Coleman in less than a quarter and a half has single-handedly outscored the entire Sloan-Hendrix basketball team with points to give. Ball poked out of bounds.
You know, I've watched a few games this year of Mark Tree, but I haven't watched them this closely. And I'm amazed here just at the sheer athleticism and length. I mean, there's another turnover. It's a bad pass, but still right place, right time for Mark Tree.
See, again, the unselfishness of the Indian basketball team results in points. Travius Brown knocking down his second triple of the game. And another tip pass and another turnover. Travius Brown, heat check.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
Better bring out the NBA Jam because he's on fire.
Stallings, foul.
Goodness gracious.
I think that was nearly a mercy foul.
Yeah. Not much contact there by Kobe Malone, but look here. I mean, this, you know, you come down, Brown gets a three out of the corner, comes back the very next possession after a steal and hits another one. I mean,
missed shot there.
That's a tough shot to not have fall for you.
Oh. Jacob Smith a little upset there for whatever reason.
I think it's just overall frustration.
Absolutely.
Well, you're down 25 with 4.5 left in the second quarter. You're going to be frustrated. I mean, that's just all there is to it.
There's the inbound to Travius Brown. From the right elbow, there's a screen from Perry Washington. Johnson with it now. Jack Brown. Shot is up. Jacob Smith comes up with the rebound.
It's Julian Booker into the game. Didn't see who he replaced, Andy.
Not sure yet either. Travius Brown on the other end. Stops and pops, no good. Jack Brown on the cleanup. He'll go to the free throw line as well. When it rains, it pours. And it is raining right now if you're a Sloan-Hendrix fan. All right, suppose it's raining if you're a Montreat Indian fan. Just take it how you will.
Let's see, you got Booker, and who's back here with him at half court, Andy?
That would be Travius Brown.
Travius Brown,
I believe.
2. So it looks like Kobe Malone is out. So you have Booker, Jack Brown, Travius Brown, and Markel Perry Washington as your 5 for Mark Tree. And who hit those free throws there, Andy? I missed that.
Me as well.
Standing out of bounds there.
Jack Brown hit the and one.
Okay. Yeah,
Booker
Jack
with
Brown.
some fancy handles there.
Okay, now I'm back on track.
Jack Brown on the screen. Booker is, oh my goodness.
Booker is not real happy with his teammate right now because he made a perfect behind-the-back pass. And
not only that, but he got the defender on the crossover too. The defender stepped up and bit, and he went right around him.
Andrea Johnson just wasn't quite ready for that one. So it's like we got a timeout on the floor.
3:22 left to play here in the second quarter. 40-12 is the score. And Sloan-Hendrix trailing big time. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a quick timeout. We'll be back with more second quarter action right after this.
Murphy Dental Care is an avid supporter of high school athletics. Murphy Dental Care is also proud to be a sponsor for coverage of the 2A2 District Basketball Tournament on Tubetown. Everyone at Murphy Dental Care hopes to see great games filled with sportsmanship, competitiveness, and fun for all teams involved. Murphy Dental Care wishes the best of luck to the Sloan-Hendrix Greyhound teams during their games in the tournament. Murphy Dental Care is located at 1031 West 3rd Street in Bowdoin, Arkansas.
The 2A2 District Tournament on Tubetown is brought to you by Faith Funeral Service, Murphy Dental Care, Towle & Sons Auto Sales, Ritter Communications.
Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton welcome you back to Lepanto, where it is 40-12 here in the second quarter. 3:20 left to play, and what has been a strong showing by the Marktree Indians. But what else do you expect from this undefeated team leading the 2A conference right now?
Yeah, you see now why they rolled through the conference the way they did, and they've got that goose egg in the right-hand column. Another steal.
Here's Andrian Johnson. Missed the coast-to-coast fast break layup. Comes up limping.
I would too if I missed a wide-open layup.
Something's wrong, Coach.
Yeah.
Jack Brown.
He
He's not going to
miss.
miss. 8 points here in the game for Brown.
Andy, we're in turbo clock territory already. Now, obviously they won't start it this early, but if the rule allowed for it, we could start turbo clock in the second quarter. I don't think we've seen that. Out of all the games we've done this year, I don't think we've seen it hit that early.
No, there's no way. Jordan
Nice
Dale
shot.
just throws one up at the glass, gets it to fall. It's about all you can do when you've got trees in your way.
Nice
What
pass.
a pass, and Johnson can't finish it.
Not a travel unless he tries to get up or move across.
Bryson Vance into the game for Sloan-Hendrix.
0-0.
Stallings goes up strong and gets it to fall.
Dylan Decker into the game as well. Hunter Stallings, Jordan Dale.
Here's Booker with it. Into Johnson. Johnson still trying to find the scorebooks. Goes out. Last touch by the Indians.
We had some substitutions into the game for Sloan-Hendrix. We've got Bryson Vance, Dylan Decker, Jordan Dale, Hunter Stallings, and Brantley Golson, I believe, are the 5 on the floor for the Greyhounds. For Marktree, you've got, let me make sure I've got this right here, Markel Perry Washington, Travius Brown, Jack Brown, Andrian Johnson, and Julian Booker.
Correct. Travel.
Extra step.
Yeah, drug that pivot foot when he stopped. That trailing foot just drug ever so slightly.
And that's just one of those deals of it, when you're in a game like this and it seems like nothing can go right. You know, as you said earlier, when it rains, it pours.
And again, it is raining for both sides here. It just depends on how you interpret that rain.
Yeah, just a different definition.
Feed into Perry Washington. Goes right around Vance.
So quick.
First points of the game for him. Now 30 seconds remain. 44-16.
I hold for one if I'm Sloan-Hendrix.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, as we near the 15-second mark. There's Dale going behind his back, nearly stolen away.
Look
Here's
at the
Vance
pressure.
with it now. Here's Travius Brown, 1-on-2. He'll finish it. Nothing fancy, no need for it. And we end the second quarter the same way we end the first quarter. Sloan-Hendrix holding the ball on the inbound to try to stop the bleeding. And it is bleeding profusely right now. 46-16 is the score. A 30-point ball game after the first two quarters. Marktree well under control of this one. We're going to step aside for a quick break, tally up some stats. And when we come back, we'll give them to you here on the Tubetown Halftime Show. Back after this.
Life doesn't always go as planned. So when a power surge affects your TV, or a breakfast mishap takes out your laptop, Guardware multi-device protection gives you peace of mind, knowing your devices will be repaired or replaced with just one call and without breaking the bank. Protection you can trust. Guardware from Ritter. Enroll today to keep what matters most protected tomorrow.
No matter what kind of business you own or operate, you need to keep it connected. Ritter Communications delivers the fastest business internet speeds available at a price that won't slow you down. Ritter offers reliable 24-hour service with network monitoring, along with the scalable options your business needs to grow. And we do it all on our own fiber optic network. The choice is yours, and so is the savings. Connect to something better. Call or visit RitterBusiness.com today.
911, what's your emergency?
I'm home alone. Someone is trying to get in the back door.
Find a safe place like in a closet or under a bed, okay?
Okay.
Be very quiet and don't worry. Your home phone gave me your location.
Hurry.
Help is on the way.
Only a dedicated home phone can quickly pinpoint your address for emergency personnel. Cell phones can't. Keep your loved ones safe for less than 60 cents a day with a home phone from Ritter. Call today or go to RitterCommunications.com.
Introducing Ritter Home Security. Ritter takes care of protecting what's most important to you, from threats like unwelcome visitors and fire, to making your life easier by putting the control of your home at your fingertips. Use the free app to shut the garage, lock the door, turn off lights, arm the system, and more. You can even turn back the thermostat to help save money on your energy bill. Plus, get a snapshot when your kids get home. It's smart, beautiful, convenient, and ready for your busy life. Ritter Home Security.
Until you've seen how fast it really is, some people's reaction to Ritter's 100 megabit internet might be like, 100 mega, huh? Here's how we describe it. Mega beautiful, mega fast, mega blast, mega party, mega Ritter. There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. In a word, that means mega fun. If you're not getting your high-speed internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Only from Ritter Communications. Right by you.
For your smartphones, tablets, phablets. For the browsers you carry in your trousers. Wowzers! For your big screens and small screens, short screens and tall screens, get speed that screams. From the top of your desk to the palm of your hand, it's the fastest internet speed in the land.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. If you're not getting your internet from Ritter, you should. Call 888-336-4466 today. Ritter Communications. Right by you.
High-speed internet for every grown-up, grandparent, kid, teen, and in between. Ritter's got it. Every JPEG, MPEG, and GIF for the working mom or the working stiff, loaded in a GIF. Whether you're a blogger, gamer, or pixel tamer, don't be a slow-speed blamer. Don't waste your time waiting to load that page. Get Ritter high-speed internet. It's all the rage.
There's no end to your online possibilities with up to 100 meg internet speeds. Only from Ritter Communications. Right by you.
Technology was supposed to make our lives easier. No one told us about the plethora of glitches, viruses, hackers, hundreds of passwords to remember, and getting all our tech to sync up. Introducing Tech Home. Technology made easy for you and your devices. Tech Home makes it easy to set up, protect, and enjoy your internet-connected devices anytime, anywhere. Security, password management, backup, and premium tech support. Get back in charge of your digital life now with Tech Home.
With so many great mega services available from Ritter Communications, it's hard to pick just one. Save a bundle with bundled services. Talk as much as you want, when you want, with unlimited long distance. Get the speed you need with up to 15, 30, 50, and even 100 megabits per second internet. Enjoy online bill pay and protect all your online data and devices with Tech Home and Guardware. With so many choices, options, and savings from Ritter, all you can say is, wow! Mega services, mega savings. That's Mega Ritter.
You work here, you play here, you live here, and yet most of what you watch on television is about somewhere other than here. Until now, we proudly present Tubetown, TV about you. Tubetown is a Ritter Communications exclusive network featuring local sports, community events, unique and original programming from our community. Tubetown takes what's best about television, what's best about the community, and brings them together. Tubetown, only from Ritter Communications, right by you.
Satellite TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract, then saddle you with second-rate service and price increases. Ritter delivers TV service with stunning HD channels, plus bundle savings on the area's fastest internet, and a better home phone service with no long-term contracts, backed by our local customer care team. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a dish. Visit RitterCommunications.com to learn more.
Introducing Ritter's new whole home DVR solution. Record up to 6 of your favorite programs at the same time and watch them in up to 5 different rooms throughout your home. Manage your recordings, set parental controls, and more from your smartphone or tablet with the free Follow Me TV app. But the best part is equipment starts at only $25 per month when added to an existing TV package. Ritter Communications, right by you.
Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton back here at Lepanto at East Poinsett County High School, where team from just down the road, the Marktree Indians, is running shop right now on Sloan-Hendrix. The score at halftime, 46-16?
46.
The light on the clock up there is a little bit out. So we got 46-16 right now. It's a 30-point ball game. You see Sloan-Hendrix, they're shooting 70% from the floor. The reason for the scoring differential is because Marktree has shot the ball close to 30 times. Sloan-Hendrix has shot the ball from the floor a total of 10.
Yeah, you've got 18 of 25 from the field for Marktree, and you've got 7 of 10. 10 field goals in the first half for Sloan-Hendrix. Now, normally, you know, if you're shooting 70% from the field at halftime, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. But the problem for Sloan-Hendrix has been that the defense of Marktree is not allowing them to get into shooting range, and your turnovers are all coming between half court and the three-point line. So they're not even getting shot attempts before Marktree's running it back the other way.
I mean, I would imagine that their average time of possession has got to be somewhere around 10 seconds, enough time to get it inbounded across the half-court mark, and then there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's just insane. And then you look at the stats, they just get even crazier. Paul Coleman up with, I believe, 17 points on the game. And you look at the visitor scoreboard, and the entire team for Sloan-Hendrix has 16. So, I mean, this game is just the stats can be, gosh, Andy, I don't even have the words. I mean, this just, you know, I've never seen a game where a team is down 30 points at half and they shot 70% from the field in the first half.
It's been amazing to watch. It's been incredible to watch. You know, you're kind of upset and you're feeling for Sloan-Hendrix a little bit right now because they literally, I mean, it's almost an exercise in futility, and just a tough night for them so far. So a minute 30 left before we come back to start the third quarter of action. 46-16 the score. We'll step aside for another quick break and come back and bring you the second half between Marktree and Sloan-Hendrix right after this on Tubetown.
Murphy Dental Care is an avid supporter of high school athletics. Murphy Dental Care is also proud to be a sponsor for coverage of the 2A2 District Basketball Tournament on Tubetown. Everyone at Murphy Dental Care hopes to see great games filled with sportsmanship, competitiveness, and fun for all teams involved. Murphy Dental Care wishes the best of luck to the Sloan-Hendrix Greyhound teams during their games in the tournament. Murphy Dental Care is located at 1031 West 3rd Street in Bowdoin, Arkansas.
The 2A2 District Tournament on Tubetown is brought to you by Faith Funeral Service, Murphy Dental Care, Towle & Sons Auto Sales, Ritter Communications.
35.
Andy Maness, Marcus Carlton, back here with you in Lepanto. We're ready to start the third quarter of action between Sloan-Hendrix and Marktree. Marktree leading the way by 30. It has been all Indians since the game started tonight. Sloan-Hendrix opens it up with Golson, Logan and Jordan Dale, Hunter Stallings, Jacob Smith. Those are the 5 on the floor for the Greyhounds. On the floor for the Marktree Indians, you have Travius Brown, Jack Brown, alongside Paul Coleman, Markel Perry-Washington, and Colby Malone. And there's a rebound. Markel Perry-Washington, Colby Malone, all alone. All
Second
alone
burst,
Malone.
same as the first. And then another steal right there, Andy.
Wide open. Not going to miss many of those, but the offensive board, putback will fall.
Is that Coleman on the putback?
It was, of course, Paul Coleman with his 19th point.
And then that previous layup, was that Kobe Malone? Okay.
Three-point shot from Golson off the mark. Smith trying to get the rebound, can't get it. Jack Brown ahead to Travius. Travius now to Markel Perry Washington. Alley-oop! And Paul Coleman will get it to fall. Not quite showtime, but still exciting for this Marktree crowd here in attendance tonight in Lepanto. 52-16 now.
And as you can see on the far side, there are plenty of available seats at this point.
Stallings for three, off the mark. Wide open again. They're giving him that shot, it looks like. I don't know why. Skip pass. And again, another pass that should have been in about the fourth row of seats. Coleman falling away.
My goodness.
Excuse me, Markel Perry Washington actually falling away from the basket. Off balance, somehow gets it to fall. So it doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it hits the square in the middle of the backboard.
Yeah.
Trying to feed that one to a cutting Jordan Dale. Again, stolen away. 3-on-2 opportunity. Touch pass, Markel Perry Washington. 10-0 run to start the third quarter for the Indians.
It's a 40-point game.
And another
steal.
Ahead to Malone. Malone with his fourth point of the quarter, make it 12 for the game.
Nah, I got nothing. I got nothing to add to that.
Jacob Smith with about the brightest spot Sloan-Hendrix has had tonight. He'll head to the free throw line. It's the first free throw attempt by Sloan-Hendrix. Jacob Smith nearing double digits.
3 subs into the game for Marktree. Eli McCrary, Andrian Johnson, and Julian Booker all in for the Indians. Free throw is missed. And Marktree with the rebound.
So Booker standing near center circle.
Nice dish
What
off.
a feed to Coleman.
Wow.
And Coleman lays it in. Again, I'm just impressed at the teamwork, the chemistry of Marktree. I mean, you see them passing it around. Nobody's selfish with it, as Jacob Smith nails a deep triple to put himself into double digits.
Nice fake.
Eli McCrary nearly had himself a bucket.
I think his hair got in the way.
Might have. Golson to Stallings. Now back to Golson. Thought about the three. We'll take it. Got it.
Deep three.
So 60-24 is the score. 4:07 to play here in the third quarter. We're going to step aside for a full timeout on the floor. Again, 60-24. Marktree leading the way over Sloan-Hendrix. We're back right after this.
Tickets to the 2018 Ag Bash are on sale now. Support local children and families by attending Ag for Autism's Ag Bash, a night of food, fun, silent auction, and even a special performance by Barrett Baber of NBC's The Voice. Ag for Autism is an allegiance of Northeast Arkansas agriculture-related businesses dedicated to helping children and families affected by autism. Ag Bash goes down Monday, March 12th at ASU Centennial Hall. Purchase tickets or become a sponsor at agforautism.org.
The 2A2 District Tournament on Tubetown is brought to you by Faith Funeral Service, Murphy Dental Care, Towle & Sons Auto Sales, Ritter Communications.
Back after the timeout in Lepanto, Andy Maness and Marcus Carlton here in the third quarter between Marktree and Sloan-Hendrix. Jumper by Paul Coleman off the mark. 60-24 is your score. Mark Tree leading the way big time. Jacob Smith, three-pointer, dropped it in. Sloan-Hendrix finally showing a little bit of life here in the third quarter, but probably much too little, much too late.
You like to see that, though, out of a player like Smith who's just, going to keep playing and not give up.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. That's fantastic to see, especially given the spot that they're in right now. Not quitting, not giving up. Dish off to Booker.
Good D to slap it away.
Booker, free throw jumper, no good. Swatted out of bounds. A couple of substitutions coming in here. Kentarius Allen checking in for Mark Tree, and Bryson Vance checking in for Sloan-Hendrix as the Indians come to take out the ball. So it's Travius Brown, Booker, Johnson, McCrary, and Allen out there on the floor for Mark Tree.
Little give and go action.
Lost it in traffic. And Golson might have led Dale too far. Nope, 3-point. Oh my goodness. Still had the time to square up, and Travius Brown just swats it. Darius Allen traveled there.
I think his eyes got big. He saw that open lane and just took one step too many.
So Golson's across the timeline. Three-pointer. Dropped it.
Nice shot.
Bryson Vance with his first points of the game. Fourth three-pointer to fall here in the third quarter for Sloan-Hendrix.
Well, and Mark Tree has backed their defense off a little bit. They're not extending the pressure out as far as they were, and it's leading to some wide-open threes.
And Coach Wilburn wants to call a timeout, so she will get one with 2:04 remaining here in the ballgame. This might be the first timeout they've taken all game.
I think so. It's the 30-second.
60-30 is the score.
I hate to admit this, but back when I was playing, I've been in this situation where Sloan-Hendrix is right now. And it's hard to keep your focus and just not throw in the towel and completely give up. But, Sloan-Hendrix is still playing hard here in the third quarter, so you've got to give it to them for that. I mean, when you're facing spin moves like that from guys like Paul Brown to get the and one, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug, and unfortunately for Sloan-Hendrix tonight, I believe they ran into the windshield of Mark Tree.
That was an elegant way to put it. It's very Confucius-like of you. Under 2 left to play now in the third. I believe the clock has continued to run now.
I believe so, yeah.
And there's
nice
a steal
hustle
for
play.
Sloan-Hendrix. Here's Bryson Vance.
Good hustle play there by Vance.
5 points here in the quarter for him, makes it 60-32.
And once the mercy rule clock starts, even if they drop the deficit below 30, the clock continues to run.
To roll, yep. And again, as you mentioned, being in this type of position, it's a great opportunity to, still get coaching in, because there's still a game going on. There's still plenty of things that these kids can
right.
get in here and learn.
Well, you use this as a teaching moment because you're still going on to regionals. You've still got next week to prepare. It's good to get some guys some experience who maybe haven't played as much, get them in a tournament game so where if they have to go in a clutch situation next week, they're not scared to death.
And, as bad as this is right now, this is probably could be some of the stiffest competition that they will face.
Yeah,
so,
I don't see them facing anyone in the region that'll be any tougher than this game.
How about Booker looking off the other man over there, but he couldn't finish on the fast break attempt. Out of bounds. Keep it here with Sloan-Hendrix.
Even the bench players come in and they've got that wingspan and length that's just, that's unfair almost if you're Sloan-Hendrix to have to face.
It is. You've got 5 and then some that can get out on the floor and play together, keep the same level of chemistry. and you're not really sacrificing very much. As far as space on the floor goes, that is. And there's Jordan Dale dropping in a triple. He's now got 5 in the game. It's a 35-60. Kentarius Allen for 3, and he'll answer it. That was way downtown. And with 0.7 seconds left, the Indians get it back for the final possession of the third quarter. Launched at the buzzer, hit the backboard. And with the way that Mark Tree's been playing tonight, you halfway expected that one to go in. 63-53 is the score as we head to the fourth quarter. Still one more quarter of turbo clock action coming at you here in Lepanto. We'll bring it to you right after this here on Tubetown.
It's time once again for the 2018 ESA St. Jude Radio Cablethon. Saturday, March 3rd from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. You can watch live on Ritter Communications Tubetown, Channel 21 in Arkansas and Channel 11 in Tennessee. Or take the Cablethon with you. Watch via Facebook Live on the Tubetown Facebook page or listen to the audio simulcast on Thunder Country 96.3. Don't miss the 2018 ESA St. Jude Radio Cablethon.
The 2A2 District Tournament on Tubetown is brought to you by Faith Funeral Service, Murphy Dental Care, Towle & Sons Auto Sales, Ritter Communications.
Yeah, you've got a 63-35 game on your hands here as we start the fourth quarter of action between Mark Tree, Sloan-Hendrix.
We're just counting minutes at this point. I mean, that at this type of game, the way it's gone, that's all you can do at this point. Good defensive play, but they're going to catch him with a foul. Got to reset my lineup here because that was Hunter Stallings back into the game. We've got several substitutions into the game for Sloan-Hendrix.
Yeah, looking at the Greyhounds, they've got Logan Dale out on the floor along with Hunter Stallings, Bryson Vance, Brantley Golson, the starter, still out there as well. Into the game for the first time, Dakota Jones.
Dakota Jones, number 12.
Adrian Johnson sinks those free throws. One of the free throws, that is.
And it looks like from Mark Tree, you got Kentarius Allen, Eli McCray, Booker, and Johnson. Okay.
Here's Booker, comes up with a swat and a steal, going the other way. He's gonna, thought he's gonna pick up an assist as well. Gets the long rebound, it'll fall.
The roll.
So Booker with his first 2 points of the game, nearly had an assist from that Travius Brown attempted triple. That does make it 66-35.
To 31, that's the magic number.
A sidestep there from Dakota Jones, but he traveled. So Allen is across the timeline. Sloan-Hendrix playing a bit of a zone defense here.
I think it almost looks like it's not a true man-to-man. It's almost like a box-and-one type deal.
Here's Golson.
If you look at Travarius Brown up there on the front of that zone, I mean, just the sheer wingspan that kid has is, because you got, what is he, 6'4", 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", maybe. He's probably got the wingspan of a player 6'6", 6'7".
Oh, there's no doubt about it. His hands, if he holds his arm straight out to his side, his fingertips almost touch his knees. I mean that is ridiculous for a high schooler.
Well, not only a high school, but a 2A high school.
No doubt. Here's Golson on the missed shot. Trying to work it in there. There they do. And look, oh, that was
Booker.
Close to being a jump ball, in my opinion. Do get Booker. Travius Brown will come out. Checking in is Jamaria Anderson. Three-pointer. Jones drops in a triple. So Coach,
go ahead, Andy.
I was just going to say, Coach Wilburn getting some experience for some of her younger players. You mentioned a moment ago, having to play deep into this tournament. You never know when you might have to come off the bench. And there was a beautiful jump shot there at the free throw line by Julian Booker. Now 4 points here in the quarter for him.
Well, and obviously, Mark Tree hasn't won the district yet, but you got to figure tomorrow night will be a
heavy favorite.
A heavy favorite again. I mean, they've played EPC several times this year and have obviously won every time. So, and they're going to go in as a heavy favorite into the regional next week, and they get the regional on their home court. As if this team needs another advantage. Goodness gracious.
It almost seems like it's in the cards for them right now. I mean, it just really does. And how fitting is it that, of course, here in the district tournament that it's being played in Lepanto, we're going to have a Mark Tree EPC final.
I mean, that's the way it should be.
Only fitting here in Lepanto.
Absolutely.
Again, we remind you we'll be bringing you coverage of that game tomorrow night, immediately following the girls' championship game. Foul called on the floor.
I didn't catch who that was on. Maybe Jack Brown. I didn't see. It's either him or Paul, one or the other. Paul Coleman.
There's Dakota Jones trapped in the corner. Just throws it off one of the defenders wisely. Good move there.
That's all you can do at that point. When you're trapped like that, the only thing you can try to do is throw it off their foot and reset.
Trying to inbound it. Jack Brown got a hand on it. Fires it into Jacob Smith, and Jacob Smith will hit it and go to the free throw line. Good pass and a good finish. So Jacob Smith now with 16 points, trying to make it 17 points. Our favorite Mark Tree fan making some noise here in the house tonight.
Let's get the keys out.
She is the fan director, I believe, the director of fan experience at Mark Tree, and
she loves her job.
Oh my. You can hear the chants here with $1:50 left to play in the fourth quarter.
And the keys are jingling.
And the keys are indeed jingling. Unbelievable. 68-43 the score.
And credit to Barbara Wilburn for getting some of these less experienced players in, because she basically could have named her score tonight. But she's just trying to secure the win and not, embarrass the Sloan-Hendrix players. So a tip of the hat to her for winning with class, as well as Sloan-Hendrix, coming up on the short end tonight and losing with class. I mean, it's, we've not had any hard frustration fouls, and it's just it is what it is at this point.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you go back to those 17 points scored by Paul Coleman in the first.
Yeah.
He had 11 points at the end of the first quarter. Big standing ovation coming up for C.J. Constant into the game. They want to see him score some points. 40 seconds remain here.
So the big question, look at Constant. He's going to snowbird.
They had him do it.
There it is. There it is.
There it is. Constant's going to kiss it off the glass, and he scores. And the Mark Tree fans go crazy. Look at the smile on his face. He's so excited about that.
Yeah, he's basically getting a standing ovation from the Mark Tree fans in attendance.
They're doing the Indian chant right now.
Yeah, this is awesome.
CJ Constant is getting the Indian chant right now. 5 seconds remaining, three-pointer on the way. 2 seconds left, and that will do it. The clock has hit 0. The buzzer sounded 71-43. The final score. Mark Tree, as expected, headed on to the final round to face their arch rival, the East Poinsett County Warriors, on their home court. Again, folks, make sure you stay tuned. Tomorrow night, we're going to be bringing you both championship games, and we're excited to be bringing them to you. Marcus, 2 games we got on the schedule tomorrow.
Well, we've actually got 4 games on the schedule tomorrow.
Oh, that's right. I'm forgetting about the early games.
We've got 3rd and 4th place games. We'll have Sloan-Hendrix and Cotter girls at 4 o'clock, and then at 5:30 you'll have the Sloan-Hendrix boys, and I'm drawing a blank as to who. Thank you, Salem. Is that right?
I don't know if it's right or not.
I don't know. I'll have to look at the bracket. But we got 2 consolation games, and then our championship game is going to be, for the ladies, will be a battle of the Greyhounds yet again. Sloan-Hendrix and Marmaduke, along with another chapter in the big rivalry when it comes to the boys championship game. Mark Tree, EPC for all the marbles yet again.
That's right. I heard you say it. Doesn't matter if it's football, basketball, Chinese checkers, watermelon spitting contest. It doesn't even matter. If the EPC and Mark Tree are facing off against each other, it's going to be a lot of fun. So,
no doubt.
Well, that's going to wrap things up for us here tonight. Again, the final score between Mark Tree and Sloan-Hendrix, 71-43. Paul Coleman leading the way for all scores with 23 points on the evening, most of those coming in the first 8 to 10 minutes of tonight's ball game. So wrapping it up, thanks again for everyone who made tonight possible, all of our crew. For Marcus Carlton, I'm Andy Maness saying so long. We'll see you guys tomorrow back here in Lepanto for the final day of tournament action.